Show the jury in.
The same objection on untimeliness of it.
All right, that'll be noted for the record. All right, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone had a pleasant evening and a good night's sleep, and that they fed you good. After you get through here, I may get you to teach the restaurants you go to at night. See which one I get 15 opinions. I'll be a pretty good sample anyway. But, everybody good this morning? All right. Remember, I trust if you ever have any problems with the court's instructions about investigating, talk about the case, that y'all bring that to 19. But that being said, are we ready to kick off?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll resume with the state's case in chief. Who would the state call as its first witness this morning?
Isaiah Carter.
Somebody get Mr. Carter in. How do you spell that?
K-I-Z-Z-A-H, I-A-H.
Well, Ricky, would you do me a favor and bring me my pen off the desk back there? I just thought I was prepared for court. We got one right here. Steal that. I got me one. I got a spare I can leave you. Come around, Mr. Carter. Have a seat in the witness chair there.
Okay.
Good morning.
Morning.
Can you spell your first name for the court reporter?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. K-I-Z-Z-I-A-H.
K-I-Z-Z-I-A-H.
Yes, sir.
Your last name, Carter?
Yes, sir.
All right. And if you could, just tell the jury who you are and what you do.
My name is Keziah Carter. I'm an HVAC technician. I currently stay in Tunica, Mississippi, but I stay here in Oxford for 2 years.
Okay. Where are you living now?
Tunica, Mississippi.
Tunica. You were here pretty much all day yesterday,
Yes, sir.
and then came back this morning.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, when did you move to Tunica?
Shortly after the incident.
Okay. You talking about around the time of July of 2022?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Now, you said that your line of work now is HVAC.
Yes, sir.
Can you just tell the jury sort of what your responsibilities are in that field?
HVAC work is heating, air, and ventilation, and refrigerating for commercial and residential.
Okay. And what do you do?
I basically troubleshoot furnaces and condensers and anything to do with ventilation, ductwork in your house, anything like that to keep you guys comfortable breathing in it.
We
Good
could have
air.
used you yesterday around here. We got almost same day.
You're either hot or cold in here.
Yes, sir.
Now, back in July of 2022, where were you living?
I was living in Highland, but they ended everybody lease kind of early, so I ended up checking up with my girlfriend in Campus Walk.
Okay. All right. And so you moved out of Oxford shortly after July of 2022.
Yes, sir. Just a couple months, probably 2 to 3 months after the incident.
Did you go to Tunica to begin a new career in the HVAC?
Yes, sir.
All right. So the purpose of leaving Oxford was a job opportunity.
I mean, that and the incident really made me go leave here, and just go back home and start over.
Okay. So how long did you live in Oxford, from when to when?
2 years going on 3.
Okay. Where'd you grow up?
Tunica, Mississippi.
So you would have moved into Oxford about 2020.
Yes, sir. Shortly after COVID.
Okay. Now, in July of 2022, you were working at Winchester.
Yes, sir. As an adjuster.
Okay. And for the benefit of the jury, just tell them what Winchester is, what they do.
Okay. Winchester is a bullet manufacturing warehouse, maybe 15 minutes from here. My job was to put the primer on the bullet and adjust 3 machines to get 150,000 rounds every night. So I'm basically probably shooting the machine to keep the machine running. If it's running, I'm not doing it. If it's not, I'm working.
Okay. So at the time that, how long had you worked at Winchester?
I say maybe 6 weeks.
Okay. All right. So from July of 2022, you'd been working at Winchester for about 6 weeks.
Yes, sir.
All right. And do you recall what your shift was?
It was, some people call it grave. I think it was like 10 to 7:30 overnight.
All right. So you're working at Winchester, you work the night shift, get off in the morning hours. Now, during that time, let's just drill down on July the 8th of 2022. Where were you staying at that time?
Campus Walk.
With your girlfriend?
Yes, sir.
All right, and who is your girlfriend?
Darren Powell.
I'm sorry?
Darren Powell.
Can you spell that for the court?
EARYNPOWELL.
All right. All right, now if you could, if we wanted to go to Winchester from the courthouse right here, can you describe how to get there from here?
Yes, sir. You can come down Molly Bar. I think it's a 76. It's the only gas station on that corner. You'll keep straight for about 5 miles, and you'll hit a left. And you're going to keep straight again for another probably 3 miles. Then you'll see the big warehouse.
Okay. Now then, if you were going to go from, I think if you drive North Lamar out, going north, will that take you to what we call the 3-way at Molly Bar? Do you know where the 3-way is?
You said Lamar?
Right, this road right here.
Yeah, this road here.
North Lamar going right out that way.
I didn't take that route.
No, I know you didn't take the route, but if we were going from here, you go straight up north of the
Yes,
bar,
sir.
hit, when you get to Molly Bar, which is what everybody in Oxford calls the three-way. Do you know where that is?
Yes, sir.
You know it to be called the three-way?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. You just keep going and it's out there on the left.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, if you were leaving Winchester to go back to Campus Walk Apartments, where you lived, or staying with your girlfriend, Darren Powell,
Yes, sir.
you would leave Winchester, hit Molly Bar, and then take a right?
Okay. When I leave Winchester, it's a long straight road. You pass some gates. After the traffic be heavy. So after a couple minutes after I leave, it's a long road, and the stop sign to have us waiting for people to go left or right. I will go right. After I go right, I'll go down for about 5 miles. So after I go down, I pass this 76 to the left of me now. And I hit that right on Molly Bar and keep straight.
Okay. Would that take you by a gas station called
Yes,
Rock?
sir.
What's the name of that gas station?
I'm not familiar with the name of the gas station, but I know exactly what it is. It's a liquor store connected to it.
Connected to it. Now, if you don't mind, tell me whether you know Tim Herrington or not.
I know of him, but I'm not friends with him.
Okay. And if you could explain that to the jury, just how you would be aware of him and what that connection is.
Yes, sir. My girlfriend has a group of like 5 or 6 people. All of them came to Ole Miss at the same time. And I have a guy that I used to go to school with named James Carter from Tunga, Mississippi. And that's how I went to know him and my girlfriend.
Okay. Now, on July the 8th, 2022, after you left work at Winchester, did you see Tim Herrington?
Yes, sir.
All right. When you saw him, did you recognize him?
Not out the first glance.
All right. Tell the jury what happened.
Okay, like I said, when I leave work and I hit the right to go on Molly Bar, it's a gas station to the right that's connected to a liquor store. It's a 4-way, so you can't go fast. When you slow down and stop your car, by the time you speed back up, you'll probably be going about 10 miles an hour. So I was driving by, and I seen a person jogging with like a gray sweatshirt on. As I kept going to see the front of his face, I seen it was him, and I blew the horn speaking, and he waved me down. So I turned back around, looked around, got into the gas station. He asked me for a ride to take him back home to Lafayette Place because he had been jogging.
All right. Now, this was going to be July of 2022, early morning hours,
Yes, sir.
7 to 7:30.
Yes, sir.
You know what time it was?
I roughly believe it was after 7:30 because I get off at 7:30, so it'll probably take me 8 to 10 minutes to get
All right.
to Molly Bar.
And you say he was wearing a sweatshirt?
Yes, sir.
Was that a long sleeve?
Short sleeve.
Okay. Sweatshirt.
Yes, sir.
Can you describe his condition?
He was sweating, but wasn't sweating heavy.
Hang on a second, Mr. Go ahead.
I'm objecting to relevance at this time unless the court is going to allow us, are we allowing the proof to go on out of order?
I'm going to allow this testimony. We got to start somewhere.
Yes,
We got to start somewhere.
I'll withdraw my objection.
We got a lot of witnesses in this case. You got to take a lot of coordination. I'm gonna give you both sides some leeway and when you call them anyway.
All right. Can you describe his condition?
Yes, sir. He was sweating, but it wasn't a heavy sweat like he had been jogging too long, but he was jogging.
Okay.
Light sweat.
All right. Now, I do want to, we'll come back to this. Do you recall days later being in contact with law enforcement? This would have been around July the 20th, 21st, 22nd.
Yes, sir. 2 weeks later.
2 weeks later. And did they ask you questions about meeting Tim Herrington that morning?
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you see video surveillance where that meeting occurred at Rocket's gas station?
I didn't see video surveillance, but I seen a picture.
Okay. Saw the picture, like a screenshot from that video surveillance?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, so the day that you saw Tim Herrington, that was what day?
July the 8th.
July the 8th, early morning.
Yes, sir.
Now, have you seen the video surveillance from body cam and the Rockets video?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When did you see those?
Yesterday.
Now, your interview with law enforcement 2 weeks later, do you recall if that was on July the 22nd?
Yes, sir.
2022?
Yes, sir.
Have you seen that interview with law enforcement?
Yes, sir.
Did you see that yesterday as well?
Yes, sir.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, hey, just for y'all's recollection, when you're having those conversations at the podium there, that mic is hot anyway. Now, I'm not saying you was or wasn't, but I think you were. I'm not saying that. Just remember.
He's gonna mark both of those, no objection, both of those coming in.
All right. That's,
Both videos are contained on exhibit.
both. All right. When you say both of them, so I'm just going to exhibit
Rockets
4
and
will
body
be, and body cam video will both be contained. That's going to be. You're going to make them. How many S's? Are you doing S's and D's or just doing straight?
Yeah, I guess that stipulate, assuming they're gonna tie it into something.
Yeah, I think they're going to get there.
S4.
What was S2 and 3? Do what?
Just on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right,
S1.
you're doing them all numerically,
Yes.
not S1 and then D. Okay, all right, I got you.
All right, on exhibit 4, you saw both videos. Now, I need to clarify, after he got in your car, what happened?
I was really tired from work, so I was speeding, trying to get home. I think the officer was in the left lane. He was going maybe 40, and I was going maybe 45, 50, and he pulled me over for speeding.
All right, and I'm going to back you up even more. After you pulled in, flagged down by Tim Herrington, what did he say?
He said he was tired from jogging.
And what happened after that?
We pulled off. We had a short conversation. He asked about my girlfriend, And I think he asked me maybe how was work going. Wasn't too much to say.
All right. So did you change, you were headed back home, correct?
Yes, sir.
After you picked him up, did you change where you were going?
No, sir. I was already heading towards Campus Walk and Lafayette Places, going that way too.
Did you stop somewhere else before you got home, back to your apartment?
I stopped at his place.
Okay, why did you do that?
He asked me to drop him off.
All right, he asked you to drop him off, and where did you know where he lived?
No, sir.
Where did you take him?
Lafayette Place.
All right. On the way, you were stopped by the police, you say?
Yes, sir.
Now you've seen the video surveillance from Rockets. You've seen the body cam footage of that traffic stop. Do they accurately depict what happened that morning on July 8th, 2022?
Yes, sir.
All right, the state would ask this be received if it hadn't already.
All right, it's gonna be, admitted into evidence, no objections. You may do so. I don't know if, are you gonna be able to have it on the big screen and on the monitors as well, or not?
Just on the big screen if they need to.
Where do you want it situated, Your Honor?
Wherever you wanna be.
Well, I don't want to get too close to the jury.
You can stand right here in this doorway if you like, anyway. I can count on you to be nice.
Rockets video from first round. See what's
Yes, sir.
clearly to orient yourself what's going on.
Yes, sir.
All right, do you recognize where we are, where this location is?
Yes, sir. It is the gas station that has a liquor store connected to it, right by the four-way.
There's a apartments on the other side.
Yes, sir.
That you're looking across the street.
Yes, sir.
That street right there is my bar.
Yes, sir.
All right, there's another road that comes to a stop sign right there.
Yes, sir.
Now, where, from looking at this surveillance camera from Rockets, which way are you going?
I'm going to be going past. I'm not going to be going towards the left. I'm going to be going towards the right.
See these cars traveling on my bar going from left to right?
Yes, sir.
Is that the direction you're going?
Yes, sir.
All right. So before you get to this gas station, there's a stop sign.
Yes, sir.
Just tell me as the video plays, you see it's not actually your vehicle.
It's my girlfriend vehicle. A Kia Optima. White Kia Optima. I think you guys might have passed it.
They're skipping around in the video. I think we can show it. It's just tired to it.
I won't let them fit with the way they face it. Most time efficient is what I'd like here anyway. And if you need to show it in its entirety, I'll give you an opportunity.
Looking at the spot here, do you think we're past it?
I think there was me passing by. I'm trying to see. It's kind of hard for me to see. It's at the top.
Do you mind if the witness steps in?
Go down there if you need to anyway. Just make it.
All right, you reviewed this yesterday, right, so, you recall, you recall, are we past it or is it?
I need to hear him.
I think it's coming.
I can't hear him now.
All right, stop right there.
Jimmie,
No.
I see it. Just passed by. My white car just passed by.
All right. All right, this point in time, the 17-minute and 10-second mark, I'm gonna back it up about 15 seconds.
Okay.
And if you could, at the time that you see the vehicle you're in, let the jury know.
Okay. It'll be at the very top. It's kind of hard because it's kind of cut off, but you will see. You will see. Yep, there was the vehicle right there. It just passed by.
All right. So where it stopped right there, you see an individual running
Yes, sir.
on the street. Just before that, there was a car that passed.
Yes, sir.
Was that the car you were in?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's the on this video. Approximately 17:05 mark. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
arrested from Rockets.
Yes, sir. I had just got off work.
Is that is that consistent, the 7:38, with when you would have gotten off work and been on your way back home?
Yes, sir. It's not more than an 8 to 10 minute drive.
All right, now then we're gonna look at the other. All right, before we look at this video, what happened after that? In that first video?
Yes, sir. Basically, I had just stopped at the 3-way, 4-way, and I passed by him, and he was jogging. It took me a minute to get past him to recognize who it was, so I blew the horn. When I blew the horn, he waved me down.
Let's play this next video. I think can the witness step down one more time?
As needed.
All right, you see the way the camera is angled? It's just a same gas station, same parking lot. Better angle. All right. Now that, where it is right here, stop. At 1650, there's a truck on, is that Molly Bar Road?
Yes, sir.
All right. That would be, looks to be traveling in the same direction you were traveling.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's play that, Jeremy. Okay, pause it right there. All right, so same image, same area, but just a different angle. All right, now at the 17:05 minute mark, this car that I'm pointing to up here,
Yes,
is
sir.
that's you?
Yes.
All right, who is that running that road?
It's Jimmie.
All right, if you don't mind, come up and look. And can you describe what he's wearing?
It's very sweet.
Okay, all right. All right, you can take it. You don't mind, Jeremy, stop it and run it back out. All right, so you've already described to the jury that you passed him on Molly Bar.
Yes, sir.
Stopped, turned back around into the Rockets parking lot.
Yes, sir.
All right. Is that shown and represented on this video surveillance?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's play it. All right, stop it right there. Now, at this point in time that he's come up to the car, is that when he asked you for a ride to his place?
Yes, sir.
And did he tell you why he wanted a ride?
Yes, sir.
What did he say?
He said he was jogging and he was tired.
Was it hot that morning? You know what the weather was in Oxford, July the 8th?
I'm pretty sure it was above 60 degrees. Some in Mississippi, it's hot.
Wearing a sweatshirt, and you say he wasn't sweating much?
No, sir.
how long was it after this that you were pulled over approximately?
Maybe 3 to 4 minutes.
Is there anything else that shows you on this video surveillance after this? 1739.
Say it again, sir.
Is there anything else on this clip that shows you after this point?
No, sir.
Okay. And then this speaks for itself too down here, right?
Yes, sir.
7:38.
Yes, sir.
a.m. But that time would be consistent with your recollection of when you got off work and your routine from that time.
Yes, sir. I take the same route every morning.
Now then, after this, you were pulled over. Can you tell the jury about that interaction?
Yes, sir. Like I said before, I was tired and I was trying to rush to get home. And I think the speed limit maybe was 35 and the officer was in the left lane going 40. I passed him going like 45, 50 and he pulled me over.
All right. Did you pull over?
Yes, sir.
All right. What happened?
He asked for the normal stuff at a traffic stop. I gave it to him. He ran it, came back out, told me to slow it down.
All right. And at the time you were pulled over, you admit you were speeding?
Say it again, sir.
You admit that you were speeding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now then, was anybody in the car with you at that time?
Yes, sir. Tim was still with me. We had just pulled off.
Tim Herrington was with you?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you recognized him because he was a friend of your girlfriend?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now then, and you've reviewed that video of the body cam of the officer that pulled you over, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that accurately represented what happened that morning when you were pulled over?
Yes, sir.
Can we play that?
Officer on the Fort Lauderdale Police Department.
Close it
That's
right
not the
there if you
issue.
don't mind. All right. This is going to be on this clip of this exhibit. This is the 108 mark. And again, you've got some times to speak for themselves, correct?
Yes, sir. A couple minutes after I just picked him up.
All right. What we're seeing, what's being projected, the image projected to the jury, who is in the driver's seat of the vehicle?
I am in the driver's seat.
All right, that's the white Kia Optima.
Yes, sir.
All right, now on the other side, who's sitting in the passenger seat?
It's Tim.
All right. If you don't mind, can the witness step in?
As needed.
Now, where we have this step back up to the screen. Do you see Tim Harrington's left arm? Yes, sir. You see his left arm. Now then, all right.
Limit you past me, okay? I got you. Do you have your license and insurance? All right, where do you work at? Winchester? All right. Do you have a license, or is it just at home, or? Okay. Were you born in Mississippi? Okay, what's your social? 871269. And what's your first name? And what's your date of birth? 99. All right. Same time, I'll be right back with you, okay? Okay, Mr. Carter. Just slow it down for me, okay? Make sure you keep your license on you, okay? All right.
Was that the extent of your interaction with the officer that morning?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else on that video show you or Tim Harrington?
No, sir.
The person that was in the passenger seat with you that day, do you recognize him in the courtroom today?
Yes, sir.
All right, if you don't mind, if you can, for the record, just identify where he's located in the courtroom and what he's wearing.
Tim is to the right of me in a navy blue suit.
Okay.
Stipulates identify the defendant.
All right, so record, so reflect anyway. Defendant has been ID.
All right, after this interaction with the officer, where did you go?
I proceeded to drop him off at home. Well, to be honest, I don't know if this is home or what. I didn't know where he stayed, but he asked me to drop him off at Lafayette Place.
Okay. Did you drive to Lafayette Place?
Yes, sir.
And drop him off?
Yes, sir.
Is there anything that you observed, any vehicles,
No.
unique or otherwise, in the parking area near Tim Harrington's apartment?
Yes, sir. Like I said, I don't know where his apartment is, but I dropped him off at LaFayette Place. It's like a little shed thing that you bag your vehicles in. It was to the right of me, and when he got out the car, he walked up and to the left.
Did you notice any vehicles there?
It was a couple vehicles there.
Do you remember any of them?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you remember whether? Do you remember what type of car or other type of vehicle, if you do?
No, sir.
Okay. Court's indulgence. You'd been driving that same route every morning when you got off work?
Yes, sir.
Had you ever seen him jogging there before?
No, sir.
All right. Are you familiar with the people that jog on a regular basis that route as you're leaving work?
Yes, sir. It's 7 people jog there.
All right. Was Tim Herrington one of those people?
No, sir.
Was that the first time you'd ever seen him jogging down the road on your way home from work?
Yes, sir.
Attend to the witness, John.
Cross-examination. Luke, can this witness be finally excused?
Yes, sir.
You're free to go, Mr. Carter. Thank you for being here, and you're welcome to stay, but you're free to go.
Appreciate you.
All right, have a good day. Break. We're going to take just a real short break to get our. You can go. Get our next witness lined up. Remember the court's instructions. Don't discuss the case, form any opinions. Court's going to take a real short break.